Okay, so that box is starting to ping, so let's see if we can jump on it. So we're just going to be running through the post-exploitation room on Hack the Box, or TryHackMe. Okay, let's see if we can sort out the screen res. Cannot be changed because we're in a remote session. Okay. Let's see. Edit on the settings. 768. Let's give that a go. Okay. So let's have a look at what we need to do. We're going to get PowerShell up and running in bypass mode. So let's just give it a launch again. The response is really slow. So PowerShell minus EP execution policy, and we want to do bypass. Okay. So get rid of that. Let's keep the window on top. So what have we got in here? We've got the Mimikatz, PowerView, and SharpHound. So first things first, let's run PowerView. Okay, and as it says, let's do get net user and select the canonical name. Does not like that. Okay, so it's not having any of that. So let's just try it again. PowerShell, so it shouldn't need to be case sensitive. It used to be on Linux. Okay. Okay, so need to import it as a module instead of just trying to run it. So let's do that again. And we only want the canonical name. So there's a list of users. That there looks like a flag, so you can have a look at that later. So as with users, you can do the same with group. And you can filter it. Cool. What I tend to do is you can use the net user command as well, which is built into Windows. And if you use a /domain, then it will bring back the domain users as well. And then you can dig into more details, but the PowerShell script just makes it a bit easier for you to do that. So we've had a bit of a look around. So let's have a look at the cheat sheet. We'll get domain groups, effective members of groups. Release some more use. And our users with an SPN, so service counts. Cool. So that can be some useful stuff. So what we've got to do, so we need to find the shared folder that is not set by default. So looking for a shared folder that isn't a sysvol folder or an admin share like $C or IPC $. So you can see that there's a few different shares. So that's using the built-in net command. I think with PowerSpot, invoke find share should return. Is it find share? Let's try this find interesting shares. Can I paste between? Yep. Domain. What was our domain? Controller.local. No, it doesn't like that. Okay. As we can see, there's a share there that is not one of the system shares. So give that a go. Yep, that worked. Okay, so now we want to find operating systems running that and not 2019. So let's have a look. Computer. let's give that a try. Get the main computer. No, it doesn't like that. I wonder if it's got the AD utils on here. Looks like it. Okay, so that doesn't give the operating systems. So why is this not working? Import module, recon. It's not loaded because it can be found. Okay, so that works. So let's just try that invoke share finder again. Yeah, that's how it works. Okay, and so yeah, it brings back that. So what have we got? Computer field. Let's have a look. Searches for a given word. Default field being searched is description. Okay. Get computer property maybe. See if that works. Computer property. Copy and paste buffers. Okay, so there's a couple others there. So can we chain these up? Yes, we can. So from 2019, we have also got Windows 10 Enterprise. So is it going to like that? Yep. Okay. And as we saw earlier, was a user that looks like a flag, so we'll use that. Cool. So that's the first part done. Okay, so we want to install Bloodhound. So I did it earlier just to make sure that it worked. So Neo4j console. Let's fire this up. And we want to use SharpHound this time. Okay, so let's get this going. Invoke Bloodhound. Collection method all. Domain controller.local. Zip file name. loot.zip. So we should also be able to get a SSH session to this machine as well from reading the notes, which we'll use to pull off the zip file once it's completed. Where are we? So we're in C Users Administrator. So let's jump to this download folder. And once the command is completed, which it looks like it is, we can then pull off that root file. Okay, so we've pulled the root file off. So now we want to run Bloodhound. So we'll just hide that. Credentials need to be changed. Fun, fun, fun. New password. Bloodhound gone. Okay, so that looks like that's loaded. So I've never actually used this before, so this is going to be interesting. So we're going to import it. A JSON file. Brilliant. So if that does not work, drag and drop the loop file into Bloodhound. Okay. For some reason, my VM is going really slow. Okay, so let's decide it's work. Okay, so that's finished. So when that's done, view the craft network. Queries can be simple to find all domains. So we're looking for a service that is also a domain admin and 2 users that are Kerber roastable. Okay. So let's find all domain admins. So the SQL service is a domain admin. And 2 users who are Kerber roastable. So let's have a look. So SQL service and KRB TGG. So let's see if he'll accept that. Okay, cool. So now we're on to Mimikatz. So let's just shut down Bloodhound, because I think that is making my machine go a bit weird. Yep, that looks a bit better. So back on the machine, we want to run Mimikatz. And then we want to make sure that we have the privileges. So privilege 20, okay. Shows that we're running it as an administrator. So let's dump the hashes. Yep. I'll say dump slash patch, and we'll send that to hashes. Like that or not. Did we get any output? Nope. So let's just go here. Yeah, hashes.text. Minimize that. And we're going to use hashcat to try and break that. So by the time we can stop for now. CTFs THM. Get hashes. So let's see if we can find the admin password. So hashcat -m, the hash user share word lists req. Didn't like that for some reason. Hashcat -m1000. Why isn't hashcat working? Let's have a look. Okay, so that looks like it's working through. And okay, so it's cracked that password. So we want to get the machine 1 and machine 2 passwords. So machine 1. And machine 2. Oh, it's fun running stuff in a VM. Okay. So password 1 and password 2. So that was nice and easy. So the second one, it just went to the hash. Cool. So golden ticket attacks with Mimikatz. Okay, and machine starting to go slow again. Let's just close off some of these tabs. So this time I'm going to do a dump with inject. Gabby TGT. What did I like there? Sam query. Let's see. Yeah, helps if I can type. Okay. So we'll need to grab a few bits off there, ready for when we want to create our ticket. So we wanted the domain. Wanted the user. And we wanted the primary NTLM hash. Okay, so now we want to create the golden ticket. User administrator domain control.local sid slash KBTG that's the TLM hash. Slash ID 500. Cool, looks like that worked. So let's use this to then access another machine. $1 not found. Should be able to okay, so because TryHackMe does not currently support networks, we won't be able to access any of the machines, but yeah, fair enough, we pulled that attack off. So enumeration with server manager. Okay, so Server Manager is a nifty tool. I think its first incarnation came in Server 2008, and then after that, Server 2012, 2016, 2019 have all got it. The nice thing is you can deploy out server with core installation, which means you don't get a desktop GUI, but then you can manage everything via the server manager. Just add your servers in and you can do all the administrative tasks that you'd normally do on that actual server. It's also got a nice Active Directory GUI which you can use to do a lot of stuff that AD users and computers cannot do, including fine-grained password policies. If you need to set a password policy for certain groups or certain users outside of the normal default domain policy. Okay, what tool allows you to view event logs? Event viewer. What is the SQL service password? Okay, so it looks like in the description of the SQL service, someone has nicely put the password in there. Okay, so that one is done. So maintaining access. Okay, there's various ways of doing this. And it looks like we're going to be using a Meterpreter shell for this, and we're going to be generating it via MS Venom. Okie doke. SP Windows 64. Interpreter, reverse TCP, localhost is my VPN address, local port, format, we run it in exe, and we want to output it to shell.exe. Okay, so that's built that. So let's get that uploaded. And let's get Metasploit fired up. And we want to use exploit multi-handler. Set our ports to the port that we set. And we'll give that a run. So that's listening. Nope. Uh, 10.9.5.198. Okay, so we SCP'd it across. So now we want to execute it. So down here we can see we've got a session. So let's just wait for that to drop in. And then we're going to use the persistence exploit. Okay, so session 1 died. It's a bit of a bugger. Just execute that again. Okay, it's not liking that. Windows x64. Reverse TCP. So why is this not giving us a shell? Fun, fun, fun. Okay, so got 2 sessions there. So that's a bit weird because it normally drops you into a interactive session. So let's go ahead and use this persistence module. What sessions do we have open? 4. So let's set session 4. Just died. Brilliant. There's always something. Okay, that all looks alright. Just run that. And let's see if we can fire up a shell again. Set session to 7. Is there anything else we need to do on this one? And okay, not sure if it's some weird network issue at the moment, but just not getting server session to stick. Let's just regenerate our exploit. Shouldn't be an issue. Localhost 10.9.5.1.9.8. And we'll go for a different port. And 9.5.1.9.8. Transfer that back up. Nothing crazy going on the machine. So let's try that again. We have session 8. So hopefully this should drop us into an interactive shell. Nope. Okay. Now let's just give it a bounce, just in case it's having a couple of issues. So let's just wait for it to come back. Don't know if you've been paying attention to the news lately, but there was quite a fuss around a new CV that came out for Windows DNS, which could possibly be wormable. CV 2020-1350. A lot of people were watching Twitter and various feeds for the first proof of concept to be released, and one was, however, it was not what it seemed. Let's see if I can find the news article on it. Now that's the one. The day I trolled the internet. So this is a good cautionary tale over not running code that you just download from the internet that you don't understand. Yes. Let's click through article. This is the actual one. Yeah, ZSec. So yeah, they released a proof of concept, which actually was not a proof of concept. Basically, it told you to run this command. Copy link location. Hopefully you know about adding the plus sign onto bit.ly links, and that will actually tell you where it's going. So if you just double check that first off, straight away you can guess what's going to happen. And if we just go to it, Rick Ashley in the terminal. So it's quite an interesting one. And it turned out that apart from just rickrolling people, they also had some canary tokens in there. So the researcher got a lot of hits back and was able to identify different people that were trying to run the exploit without actually reading the code. And again, wise words. You should not run code blindly. If you're downloading any sort of code off the internet to run an exploit, to crack a game, do whatever, then you should read the code, understand what the code's doing before you actually run it. Otherwise you can end up with a lot of cleaning up to do. Okay, so that box is back. What was the password again? So let's see if this behaves a bit better this time. If not, I might just have to drop off the TryHackMe VPN and jump back on, just see if there's any weirdness going on there. Payload. Shouldn't be necessary. Should just drop us into an interactive session. Come on. Session 12 died, user exit. Session 11. sure we did this. Huh. Well, that's a pain in the backside. Sure we did all that last time before I gave the box a reboot and all that. Okay. So let's back around that. And let's do persistence. Options. So what session number are we on now? Session. Okay, so that looks like it's set up the persistence bit. So that there, we probably should have changed the host that we're listening on. But yeah, you get the understanding of how to do that. And so yeah, this room has been a bit of an educational room on how to set up different things once you've exploited a box. So gone through Memcats, Bloodhound, Sharphound, learned how to enumerate some of the things around the network. So it was a good room. Hit a bit of snag from Metasploit, but that's just through being a bit rusty or using it. So there we go. I send it to Twitter. Nope. Okay, so we won't share that, but that's another room done. And another badge that we've got. So for my next stream I'll probably look at possibly doing one of these two rooms. So that one, there's a Windows machine using Metasploit and PowerShell to further enumerate it. Okay, so it looks like it's got a bit of walkthrough again on that one. And then this is a pure boot to root machine, so that could possibly be an interesting one to do. And it's rated hard. So it's a web server running WordPress, and then get to root using a Python module. So that might be an interesting one to do. But yeah, I think for tonight that'll do it. So that took a bit longer than I expected. We hit a couple of issues, but that's what can happen. The key to hacking is not giving up and just keep trying and trying and trying until you actually get there. Thanks a lot for watching, and I shall catch you next time. Cheers all, take care.